And morning, everyone. So wait a couple of minutes just for everyone to be able to jump on the call. Yeah, looking forward to starting the session. I'm just waiting for a couple more people. Cool. Let's go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our 5th edition of our retail webinar series. So far, we've learned how Crepitect came to choose NetSuite and Celigo. We've had a demo of how Celigo can integrate your sales channel into NetSuite. And today, I'm delighted to introduce Nick Giles from Tipalti. Tipalti are our go-to partner for AP automation, and today Nick will talk about how they can help revolutionize your AP department. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Nick Giles. Nick, take it away.
Super. Thanks, Brendan. Hi, everyone. My name is Nicholas Giles, and I work for Tipalti. So we are a fintech automation vendor, one of the leading finance automation vendors out there in the marketplace, providing value, time-saving, and complete automation to over 4,500 fast-growing companies globally. So during this presentation, you'll be able to read lots of quotes from a selection of our local UK and European retail and e-commerce customers on the slides as I'm speaking through. So please do read those. If you have any relevant questions based on those or anything, please save them and ask at the end. So to set the scene, it's fair to say that we live in a world at a time of unprecedented change. Local, regional, and global economies have never been more unstable and unchangeable. Now, that's in part due to geopolitical tensions, but also for a number of years, there's been huge disruption in the global and local supply chains across all industries, which has led to continued operational challenges with businesses to provide the right goods and services to the right customers at the right time. And the finance team have had to meet these challenges and deal with their own internal challenges as well. Typically, when Tipalti speaks to finance teams and finance leaders, we typically hear about inefficient processes where companies have grown and had to take on new solutions or have had to go to new markets to be able to survive, but their systems haven't changed and adapted. So they're typically still using outdated processes that should have been changed years ago. They've also felt that there's also been the challenge of a lack of clear, visible, usable data, whilst the actual amount of data that is being generated seems to be growing. And there's a huge growing pressure from compliance and audit requirements, with the need to grow in both a local and global marketplace. So Tipalti likes to summarize these pressures on finance teams into 3 parts. First, the need to deliver real-time insight on spend management to the rest of the business. It's really important that finance and financial data is in the hands of users and management so they can actually make the best decision on a day-to-day basis. Second, having to operate with typically outdated tools and processes. We speak to just so many organizations who wish that they could make changes to their approval processes or wish that they could actually update their processes, but the systems are just unable to cope with that type of change without literally stopping and having IT commit major heart surgery to them. Or third, being an enabler. So finance really want to be the innovator and enabler to help the rest of the business grow and innovate internally. In a recent study by the Institute of Finance Managers, the IOFM, the AP process was the #1 most time-consuming function across finance. full of manual processes with high levels of repetitive tasks that typically stifle the ability for the wider business to carry out strategic tasks like M&A activity, business planning, stakeholder communication. There's a number listed there on the side. So often, so much time is being taken up with finance just to kind of carry out that business as usual processes that they need something different. Tipalti sees a better way for finance to operate, to enable the internal culture to change to one of innovation with more time for reskilling and upskilling the team, creating a happier, more content finance team. Using automation to embrace the knowledge and capabilities that the finance team have to become agile and adaptable to the changing requirements from the rest of the business. Tipalti believe that technology can be your enabler. Our automation platform enables companies to automate the entire P2P process, providing a global platform with consistent compliance across your entire estate and all of your subsidiaries and control to help safeguard your business, safeguard your funds, and provide the visibility that the business demands to enable future growth. With complete automation, finance can be released to become a strategic partner to the business. The AP function with real-time spend and commitment data can help enable decision-making with more clarity than ever before, driving cost savings and efficiency from better spend, with access to more payment methods not available to finance today. Now, a bit about Tipalti. Tipalti is a global finance automation vendor, providing end-to-end automation with advanced AI and machine learning hard-baked into the platform. That AI and machine learning has actually been in our platform now for a number of years. We like to think ourselves as leaders when it comes to AI. Our platform grows and adapts with your business, adapting and optimizing workflows as your company grows with no hard coding or ongoing development needed. This releases IT to concentrate on the myriad of other tasks and objectives that they have. And it releases you as finance leaders and a finance team to innovate, knowing that you have a system that's adaptable underneath you that will just grow and adapt and cope with your demands. Over 2,000 of our 4,500 customers globally use NetSuite as their ERP, with Tipalti processing and paying over $5 billion in supplier payments for our customers every single month. Both those figures are growing between 50 and 80% per annum. So really stellar growth. Now, just a bit about our platform. The Tipalti platform covers the complete P2P process. It is modular. So if there are some areas here which you're already using in NetSuite and you're really happy with, that's great. We accommodate that and we really work with NetSuite and just the areas where you need to see value. But if we start at the top with supplier management, Tipalti provides you and your suppliers with a supplier portal that pushes all the onboarding process onto the supplier, taking away so much time from finance, not having to collect documents, emails, confirm information. A tax compliance engine inside ensures that your approved supplier is fully compliant and has provided all the relevant tax and payment information. And also that information is validated and that we've carried out sanction screening to eliminate any bad actors. So that means your suppliers, you know, are all correct and available for payment. We also have a procurement module which provides a modern, user-friendly interface to improve spend control, but also provides the highest level of user adoption. Procurement can be one of those really difficult functions to get right in a business. You want to have control, but you also want to have a system in place which actually encourages user adoption, and so that users are not going outside of the process. And that's exactly what Tipalti procurement does. Next, once you have a supplier and you've raised your purchase orders, if you use purchase orders as a business, you then start to receive supplier invoices. Tipalti has a fantastic 3-layered solution to optimize the journey of that invoice. The first is OCR, which is very common and out in the marketplace. We also have a managed services team, which takes that digital recognition from OCR from around 60 to 70%, all the way up to 99%. And we also have an AI-powered automation layer that ensures that, for example, 2- and 3-way PO matching and approvals of those invoices happen with no or minimum effort from finance. Just imagine that, finance not having to chase countless numbers of invoices for internal approval. And actually your team being able to spend all that time actually on other higher value tasks. Our customers love it. Next, we have cards. Tipalti can provide virtual and physical cards in some markets, and the ability to also manage expenses with an internal expense management tool, a mobile app that can sit on users' phones, and live integration to either Tipalti cards or your external credit card provider or company card provider. This enables us to see and give you better control and real-time spend management. Next, Tipalti enables complete global payments across all of your entities for your business, stripping out huge amounts of time and creating the potential of savings in payment methods and FX control. And we see this all the time where companies adopt Tipalti because we get spend under control. They can make better decisions about the payment methods that they use and save money using cheaper payment methods, but still using payment methods which pay their suppliers on time, and also better FX rates as well. Lastly, our platform is super quick and super simple to adopt. A typical Tipalti project is only about 16 to 20 hours in project time. So most of our customers typically go live within a couple of weeks, and within a couple of weeks, most of their suppliers are on board, and with a couple of months, they're fully up to speed, and the whole business and the whole supply network has adopted Tipalti. So automation is at the heart of our platform, improving every aspect of your P2P process, providing time saving, lowering errors, and improving quality across every aspect of the finance function and workflow. So in summary, we urge you to embrace automation across your finance function and across AP, and its ability to provide improvements across the entire process. Having a platform like Tipalti that can adapt and grow as your business attains its goals is critical to avoid having a rip and replace cycle with technology, always just buying the next tool which will suit your business for the next 12 to 18 months. At Tipalti, we believe there's a different way to work with our customers. Once you put in Tipalti, you'll be able to have all the tools and expertise in your finance team at their disposal to grow from 5 million to 1 billion in revenue without ever having to rip out and replace Tipalti. If you'd like to investigate further, we would love to speak to you. Please reach out to Catalyst IT and request an AP review session with them and ourselves. The session is super quick and simple, so we look at your current processes, identify how we can complete automation, and can foster innovation and growth within your team and across your company. So we look forward to hearing from you. And Brendan, are there any questions?
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, we have had a couple of questions come through. First one being, we are a fast-growing retail brand in the apparel sector. Can you recommend how I start evaluating Tipalti and how I can qualify the benefits that automation will provide to my finance team?
Yeah, great question. I know when we started speaking to Poly and Represent Clothing around 9 months to a year and a half ago, they it was almost like the hyper growth that they were going through was so intense on the team that they almost kind of couldn't almost see the pains. They knew they had pains and they were very serious. And so I think one really key area is really just start to talk to us. We can really help you. We can help provide you with the questions to look at and ponder. We can help your team to identify current pains and also really help you identify a suitable process for you to be able to move and adopt to the latest technology and gain that value, gain that time back without disrupting the way the business is operating today.
Brilliant. Thanks, Nick. And then the second question we have is, we are just starting our ERP project to replace Xero with NetSuite. Can Tipalti be implemented at the same time as NetSuite?
Yeah, that's a great question. So yeah, the answer is very much yes. So around a third to 40% of the projects that we work with clients are where they're actually adopting like NetSuite, a modern ERP, and they're on that replacement journey. And the great thing with Tipalti is it's such a small project, 16 to 20 hours, that yeah, we very typically run the project in parallel. It actually helps save time and effectively cost as well, running it in parallel rather than deploying NetSuite and then straight away deploying our tool after and having to make a few changes within NetSuite. So absolutely, we can run it in parallel, we can run it straight after. It's really down to us speaking to you and your NetSuite partner like Catalyst, and really ensuring that we do the best thing for you.
Brilliant. And then the final one is, as a scale-up e-commerce business, we process around 100 invoices a month at the moment. Is this software too large for us at the moment?
No, absolutely not. So 80 to 100 invoices is exactly our bread and butter. It's where most of our customers start their Tipalti journey. I think, as I said, I could have listed lots and lots of customers with revenues of tens, hundreds, even thousands of millions in revenue. But 30 to 40% of our customers join us when they're at that journey where they have 80 to 100 invoices a month. It's typically where you have one dedicated AP clerk, finance person working for you. And what we tend to find is when you have that one dedicated person doing it full time, that's really where the pain starts. Because typically it's that all that person's doing all day is, as we've said, lots of repetitive tasks, sending emails, trying to get to speak to people, trying to get invoices approved, trying to get payments approved. We can absolutely help you at that stage of your growth and really help your finance team to be an enabler for you to add a zero to that number of invoices over the next year or two.
Brilliant. Thanks, Nick. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much to everyone that's joined this call. We look forward to seeing you all in a couple of weeks' time, where we do our final episode of our retail webinar series. But for now, cheers.
Thanks.